I'm astrologer and life coach Penny Dix. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to my short heads up video for the sign of Scorpio, and that's for the sun in Scorpio and for the rising sign and the ascendant, they're both the same thing, for the month of November. So Scorpio, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Scorpio. I do hope you have an excellent birthday. I hope that partial solar eclipse, if you had a birthday towards the beginning of your Scorpio season, I hope that brought you some interesting change, because you might find you've changed the way you look, or you've just decided to kind of upgrade yourself in some way. But let's look at what's going on this month, because actually on the 8th, we have the kind of other eclipse, because eclipses come in pairs, and this one is in Taurus, in that part of your chart that's to do with your significant personal close relationships. It's a full moon total lunar eclipse, Scorpio, conjunct Uranus, which has been causing all sorts of upsets and mayhem in your relationship department. If it hasn't, you're very lucky, and maybe you're single, but maybe Uranus will make sure you're not single for much longer, because it is here for quite some time, till I think it's 2026. I'll have to check that up, but I think it's about then. But anyway, this full moon total lunar eclipse on the 8th is really bringing relationships into focus, and it's bringing significant change. First of all, is there someone in your life who really does not serve you well? This can be a business partnership as well as a close personal relationship. It may have to end, or it may be that it has to change significantly. So you need to think about what that means for you and what those changes would mean for you. The other thing with this energy is that because we have Mars retrograde in Gemini, in that part of your chart that's to do with endings and beginnings, it's making a square to Neptune. In Pisces, in that part of your chart that's to do with fun and friends and creativity, I do feel that you need to make some big changes in your immediate close circle. I think there are some people in your life that really don't serve you well, and you need to do a little bit of kind of friend pruning and maybe some blocking and deleting, because you've got some quite tricky energy here, Scorpio. And Scorpio, what I feel is very important for you is that you take control of it yourself and determine the course of your friendships and your relationships. Don't get into that kind of difficult side of your nature, where just to prove that you were right about something you've said to someone, it takes you down too, because that does not serve you well. So try and be mindful of that energy. But you do have some great ideas, and you have to think, is this the best time to invest in projects? Now, Saturn in Aquarius is making a nice aspect to that Mars in the 8th in Gemini. But what Saturn is saying is slow down. Saturn is in this part of your chart that is to do with your living space. I think you need to spend a little bit more time just paying attention to where home is. Where does home feel like? When you go home, does it feel like home? Is there something you can do to make it feel more like home? You know, these things I think to ask yourself. And Saturn is asking you to put down roots. It's saying it's really important that you feel rooted to your home. And I think it's also important to give more thought to the future plans that you have. That will pay off. Pluto in Capricorn, in that part of your chart to do with communication, makes a really nice sextile. Sextile is a nice, helpful aspect. It's like a trine. And it's to Jupiter and Neptune. Now, Jupiter has slipped back into Pisces in the part of your chart that is to do with fun and creativity. And I just think, Scorpio, there's been some serious stuff going on for you. You need to just kind of stop and actually go out with friends, the people that you know have your back, the people you know are on Team Scorpio, and have some fun. I think it's incredibly important for you. And that Jupiter and Neptune conjunct, think back to April and what was going on, because I think it suggests that your communication with others really benefits from you using your gut instinct. And I think sometimes your mind and your wishes and your thoughts get in the way of your intuition. And you need to kick that out of the way and just listen to your gut instinct, to your intuitive bit, to your psychic bit. The new moon is on the 23rd, and that's going to be in your second house of finance. So that gives a nice injection into the financial sector. Let's hope we all get a bit of that. So let's have a look at your tarot card for the month of November. Okay, now I'm giving them a good shuffle, and I'm using the small pack, the small Rider-Waite, because when I used the large pack for October, they flew all over the place, and I'm being careful these don't. And I think that's the one that's calling to me, Scorpio. Is this going to be good or bad? Here we go. So, okay. Well, that's quite interesting, because this kind of does fit in with your chart, because this is Jupiter and Neptune in the 5th. You are going to be super busy, and I want you to be super busy. I want you to be super busy having fun. Now, this card can represent you burning the candle at both ends a bit. So just to be mindful of that, and make sure you can keep all these, you know, juggling these balls, make sure you can keep them all in the air. But this is also, I think, good for communication. I think it's good for navigating difficult waters. You may have to eat humble pie with one or two people that you've perhaps, I don't know, overlooked in some way. Just think about that. It just popped into my mind, and I don't know where these things come from, but I guess from up there somewhere. So anyway, so it's a nice card for you. You are going to have a busy month, but it's going to be good. So Scorpio, have a happy birthday. Thank you so much for joining me for your November astrology. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.